Hello everyone, today will be a tutorial about me reviewing a new Morphe palette called Boss Mood, and this one is the 35M. And I'm going to be reviewing how these eyeshadows actually work and showing you a mini tutorial at the same time. I'm so intrigued because of the green shades in this palette, and it looks so absolutely beautiful. The only thing that I would prefer is for the names to be actually printed underneath each of these eyeshadows. I'm afraid it's just on like a little foil, so you can then sort of cover them as well, which is kind of handy, but at the same time it would be more easier if the names were printed on there. So that's my first impression of this palette. But I mean, the colors, they look absolutely stunning. You can do so many looks with this palette because it's got all the shimmers, the mattes, and it's got so many different colors. It's got warm shades, it's got, you know, darkish shades, all kinds of shades to deal with. So please stay tuned and I will show you a little mini tutorial on a certain look today, and then I'll be reviewing how good are these eyeshadows. I'm just going to apply a little bit of my concealer, which is from Bourjour Healthy Mix 52 Medium. And I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelids and tap it in with my fingers. As you all know, I have used this previously in my other videos because right now it's totally my go-to. I really like this lightweight concealer and it sits very nicely on the eyelid. So it's perfect for the preparation. And then I usually set it with a neutral eyeshadow, which I'm using from my Flawless No. 4 Revolution palette, just to keep everything in place and prep it nice and ready for my beautiful eyeshadows to come. So the next eyeshadow I'll be using from the Morphe palette will be Sweet Beats. I mean, the pigment is amazing. It's so strong, and as you can see, it just glides on so nicely. I'm just using that slightly above my natural crease, and then blending out the edges in a circular motion, just sweeping my brush very gently. It is really important to use a clean brush for this so you don't spread the product any further than it should be, so everything is in place and you're just blending the edges. I'm just going to be using my angular brush with my Iglot 109 Camouflage concealer mixed with the Healthy Mix one, just to make it a little bit more fluidy, as the Camouflage one is a little bit too thick, and just to make it a nice medium texture, so it makes it easier for me to curve out my cut crease just above my natural crease to make it appear a little bit more spacious than it actually is. And then I'm just setting it with the same eyeshadow previously that I've set my eyelids with, so everything stays in place. And then I use the color Pop Star from the Morphe palette, which is absolutely gorgeous. I am so obsessed right now. I mean, just applying it and looking at it in the mirror, it's like, wow. I'm just applying it on the inner corner of my eye and not going any higher than my actual cut crease. Applying it only till about half of my eyelid. And then I apply the shade FOTD on the outer corners of my eyes. Gently building up on the color, just dabbing it in with my brush and bringing it slightly closer to the middle of my eyelid, just to make it more blended between the yellow and the pinkish shade. And then I'm using the Power Slayer in the same area of my eyelid, blending out the harsh edges again with a clean brush. So I'm just dabbing it all in, and now I'm using the Transformer shade and doing exactly the same steps. With this Transformer shade, I do blend a little bit slightly higher than the actual area of the eyelid and bringing it halfway forward where the other pinky shade has been blended. And I follow exactly the same steps along my bottom lash line. Now let's do lashes. I'm using the Thick and Fast by Soap and Glory mascara, and I'm just using just a one single coat over my lashes. And I'm using my Maybelline favorite Master Ink liquid liner just to give it a little extra sharpness. Now lashes to make it extra poppy, and these are from Primark. I'm not sure what they called, but they will be in description below. I absolutely love these. They're so wispy, they're so long, and they have like the right thickness. I love it. Next I'll be using Lord and Berry pencil just along my waterline, and I'll be using the shade Witch lipstick along with the shade Transformer. And this is from my limited edition palette from Smashbox, but I'm sure you can find this individually. If not, maybe you can find something that's as near as it is to this shade if you are going for this specific shade. And I'm just applying the Witch one first, and then I'll be applying the Transformer one on top, but I'm not going to cross over the actual line of the Witch one, so that way it has that outline. I just wanna look good for you, good for you. I just wanna look good for you, good for you. So this is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video as usual. My review on this palette is absolutely amazing. It's totally worth the price. It's only £23 and you have nothing to lose. It's very high pigmented, it's easily blendable, and as you can see, you can create so many different styles, so many different looks, and you can have so much fun with this palette as it's containing all the colorful things that you need to create any kind of look. So I do give this palette probably a 10 out of 10 because I love this palette. I'm completely obsessed, and I will definitely buy more palettes from the Morphe because it is good quality and basically cheap for the fact that, you know, some brands can be quite expensive, like £40, £50 a palette, and you will not find these mixtures and different colorful palettes because mainly they do go with nudes and hardly with so many different variations of colors in one. Plus, for the price you pay, you know, there is quite a few eyeshadows in this palette, whereas in the other shadows it might just have, you know, 8 or 10 or 12 or 16. So you need to kind of think about it from your perspective, how much you want to spend, and also what is going to last you, what's going to be better for you. But I think it is something that definitely someone should invest out there. It's absolutely amazing. So please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you really like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.